Hello YouTubers, Tross here, back playing some more Kerbal Space Program. And we left off last time on our way to Minmus with Jebediah and two tourists in order to, give those tourists a nice ride, and in order to go do some more science and pick up the crew we have on the station on Minmus there. So, let's take a look at the map. We're picking up just where we left off. We've completed our burn, but we have to do a correction out here because Minmus is just about at its lowest point south in its orbit. It's on an inclined orbit, as you can see, and we're going to be almost at the lowest point, so we have to do a small maneuver here. It's on the order of 64 meters per second. And we're going to try to get into a polar orbit once we get to Minmus. You can see we're kind of on a 45, maybe a 50 degree orbit. We'll have to do another small correction as we get into Minmus's sphere of influence. But for now, we got a little over 2 days until our burn. So let us do some fast forwarding here. And there goes Kerbin. We're going around the dark side. Back out into the sun here. Getting some solar power. There goes the moon. And I passed it accidentally. Trying to adjust my seat while we fast forwarded, but that's okay. We will hopefully be able to set a new maneuver here. Why can't we set a maneuver? Great. Oh, we can set one there. Why can't we? Alright, we will just drag you around. Alright, can we get that more vertical this time? Nope, that's going less. What about this? Well, that's about as good as we can do. And we're going to do the burn right now. Fortunately, Jeb doesn't quite have the experience yet to automatically turn towards the target. So, we're going to have to do this manually. Like I said, a little bit bigger of a burn now. It's up to 85. But actually, by doing it early, we're probably going to use less, because I mean it's still scheduled for an hour from now, so maybe it's going to be 80. Alright, something like that. Go back. How about we turn on RCS? Something like that. Since we're already past, I'm just gonna come on down a little, turn on the engine, and then the SCS will be able to stabilize us. So let's go. And gonna watch here and stop about now, and then just very gently throttle up. And apparently we're going in the wrong direction, so back a little, and we should What happened to our Minmus? Let's one more. There we go. Now that's not nearly as tilted as we wanted. That's a little better. Oh. You know, that's pretty close to what we'd like. And then once we get in Minmus' sphere of influence, we can do some final corrections. Alright, I'm going to call that a maneuver. Nice periapsis. Relatively close, and it's not going to be too far from the orbit that we want, I think. Well, we have to slow down, but it will be a nice tilted orbit. So let's add a maneuver right like that. 6 days away. So let's fast forward and this time not miss it. There we go. Minmus should be somewhere out this way. Down to 2 days left. Let's down to 1 day. should be seeing it somewhere. That's exactly 1 day. Four hours. 3 hours. 2 hours. Alright, we're down to about 30 minutes. If we're traveling to the sun, it should be kind of the opposite direction. So, there it is. And there's Kerbin. Alright, we have passed the node. So we should be in Minmus's sphere of influence. Well, I was a little off. About an hour. Okay. Why did that move? Why does it say Minmus encounter now over there? Alright. Alright, we are coming right over the pole, it looks like, which is exactly what we want. So then we can just slow down and be in a nice circular orbit, or as close to circular as we get, and that should be good. Will be about a 28-second burn in just about 3 hours and 10 minutes or so. Let's yeah, we got plenty of monopropellant. This part of this is going to be left behind as a surveyor and a station. And if anyone needs to be refueled, looks good. So let us time warp a little bit. Just about 30 minutes. Minutes. And about a minute. Let's just check on everything here. Alright, so we're coming over Minmus here. And so we're coming over the pole. Oh, that is nice. We should be able to land at this point rather easily. And then we aren't too far off for those points either. Alright. Let us get lined up a bit better on this burn. Something like that. We'll start about 15 seconds to go. Okay, we have just about 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're burning. We are in orbit. And I'm just lowering the thrust so we don't miss the stop here. Somewhere about 30 kilometers up is where we want to stop this. Come off slightly. Alright, I think that's good. We have achieved orbit of Minmus. And we still have about 2/3 of this fuel left, which is more than enough to get a whole refuel of this. But let's try out what we're really here for. And perform our orbital survey. We have gained 25 science. And, where did that go? We can now toggle an overlay. Why is that not showing me anything? Ah, okay. I thought there's supposed to be another icon here that lets you in the map screen. Do we have to we have to click on Minmus. So if we so here's our readings, and it looks like the more orange places have the more ore. So these are the places with more than 70%. Ooh, that flats there looks like a nice place, and well, we want to land over here and get some data, but we also want to get over here as well. Well, let's leave that for a moment. So we're ready to leave this in orbit. This station part. It's got an engine. It's got its own RCS system with nozzles here and here, and it's got a probe body and some batteries, and it's got some solar panels and docking ports. So it's all ready to stay on its own. We've got a big lander here, and it's time to undock. So let's decouple and slowly drift away. Let's turn on RCS and help it along. Alright. Now we want to come in just about there. So I'm thinking we want to slow down here. But I bet it's going to turn slightly. Hold on. Or The moon, Minmus, is a moon. We had this problem when we tried to land there last time. So I'm going to guesstimate something like that. Will put us far enough ahead. And then we want to add a maneuver there to slow down and come kind of straight down. Alright, so we're orbiting this way. And we have about 15 minutes until this burn. How electric charge is good. Let's just switch over here. He's got 210, a little less, but I mean, all he is a probe. So, probe with a little bit of SAS, but an RCS system, if we need to dock, the RCS system will hold it steady. So let's time warp here a bit. Now we're now in the shadow, the dark side. Probe's moving ever so slightly away. We've got a few minutes until this burn. And we're back out in the sun. Alright, we got about 40 seconds. And it's not what I wanted to press. Let's turn off RCS. Yes, we're much more maneuverable now. Alright. And let's start burning now, about halfway. Cut. And as you can see, we are suborbital. And that really didn't work out that well. Let's plan a small correction burn here. And we'll slow down a bit. We don't want to go that high. I should have looked if the 15 minutes made it rotate more than we thought. You know, we're gonna go 7 more minutes. So let's do that and see how much rotation happens. Alright, I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna just do a touch more. And let's do this burn. We're slightly passing it, but okay. We should be heading where we want to go. Let's reset ourselves. How do we change the focus? You know, I know a good way of changing the focus. Well, maybe not a good way, but a way that should work. We'll go back to the Space Center and re-choose the ship. We want the Surveyor, not the Surveyor probe. Okay. We are back. And we are heading up here. And we have about 5 minutes until our burn. That should be where we're headed. So let's get ready. Let's put the gear out. I said let's put the gear out. There we go. And let's time warp a little bit. Yeah, that is exactly where our ship currently is. Oh, and we do want to land on this hill, because that's where the different readings need to be taken. Alright, we're about 6 kilometers up, and we're gonna need to stop. So let's start burning. Well, as soon as it starts saying we're in one of the areas. Wish it may not. We're now almost to 5,000. 5.25 and dropping. Alright, I'm gonna start burning because I think one of the areas is over here. Just trying to... I think you need to head a little bit south. So south should be this direction. And rather soon we're gonna need to slow down. So I'm getting ready to chase our retrograde marker up. I really, really hope it says we're... I think we're too far east. Point north. I kind of want to point east or west. I want to point west. And we're coming down a little quick. It's not the way I want to point. Let's head back up before we... Yeah, we are too far west. We want to head east. Alright, that should be good. We should at some point be crossing one of these points. We have a good amount of fuel still. Probably overdid it on the going up. How are we doing? Alright, we're starting to go back down. I'm really hoping we should have been entering one of the areas. I think we need to head a little further south. Okay. We are entering an area. We want to face retrograde and come to a stop. Alright, that should be just about going straight down, which is what we want. We can get rid of that. We're coming down at... This surface speed should now be roughly our vertical velocity. Let's spin here so our one leg is downhill. I'm pretty sure that the hill is running down this way. Alright, we're slowing up a little bit. Not sure how this will be above 0. That should be about 400 meters, which should be putting us about 50 meters up, I think, when we land. 10 down should be good. There's our shadow. See the light brightly defined. Alright, slowing up. 5, 4, 3. Turning on RCS. Alright, we're going up. RCS will prevent us from tipping, hopefully. That should be a little better. Alright. Nice at 0.8, 0.6, 0.5. Cutting. Alright. RCS did help keep us. Let's toggle SAS. And we have landed on Minmus with our extraction ship. We're about 2 kilometers But the important thing is we are trying to get a reading. Seismic survey. So let us do that. And we have gotten data from the slopes. Since we're new to the slopes, let's get all the other data we can. It's a new biome. Materials Bay. Keep the data. Where's our thermometer? Is it under here? There we go. Log the temperature. It's resource analysis performed on Minmus' slopes. And, well, we just need a crew report. And, let's send Jeb out. Let's take the data. Oop. Yeah, don't go flying off too far, Jeb. Alrighty, there you go. EVA report. Let's take a surface sample and plant a flag. But we spell that right. Return landing. Oh, you're very enthusiastic in climbing that flag, but can we get well, there we go, a nice screenshot there. Let's get you back in. Grab. Let's board. All right. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. We now have 2 more places to get a sample. I thought we were headed for here. And we also, looks like we have one slightly south of us. And then we can, well, we can do a few things. We can head over to this station and drop the science off. Although, I bet they still have a lot of science left to process. Yeah, they have 459 data still left to process. They're getting 4.3 science per day, and they've gotten, well, 43 science, so they've been up here like 10 days so far. That's how long it took us to get Jeb and the tourists back. Or back here. So I think we're going to be doing some time warping. We also have to be careful, because we still have that Duna probe, but it has about another Probably 270 days to go at this point. But that's something I have to be aware of, and I don't have anything like Kerbal Alarm Clock to notify me. So, but like I said, that's it for this episode. Next time we may gather those. We also have to gather data here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. For, visual surveys. So we'll get at least some of that done next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then with another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching.